Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is a little bit of a spur of the moment video. I'm sitting here on a Thursday night and preparing some books for New York Comic Con this weekend. It's pretty late right now, so sorry if I have to whisper a little bit, but yeah, I'm sitting here prepping some books for a signature series for Jason Fabok. So I figured why not record it and show you guys how to crack open a CGC slab, as well as window out the book in a certain spot. This way the signature goes exactly where it needs to be, and when they're handling the book, they're not touching the actual book. Everything will be protected in a mylar sleeve with a backing board. So basically I have some books to get signed, but there's a fellow collector that had 2 CGCs that he wants to crack open and have Jason Fabok sign them. So I'll be doing that for him. And yeah, we're gonna crack this open. It's not too hard. You're gonna need 3 things. You want a large flathead screwdriver like this. You can see it's very long screwdriver. An X-Acto blade, arts and crafts. Make sure the blade that you have on here is brand new. It's very important, and I'll show you why. And then the third thing you're going to need is a ruler. I prefer to use a metal ruler, or even better, a clear piece of glass. This way you can see the book underneath as you're cutting, and I'll explain more of that when we get down to windowing out the book. Or I should say, actually, I'll explain more of that when we get to taking the book out of the mylar. So yeah, let's crack this open. So again, we have, this is Detective 1000, CGC 9.8. This is the second one I'm doing tonight. And the best place to start to crack this open is the top right here. So if you pull it back a little bit, let's see if I can get this on camera. The case is a little bit open right here. There's like a little bit of a gap. So you want to stick your screwdriver in there and get it started. So let me aim this down so you can see. Start. Okay, looks pretty good. Good. Once you get your screwdriver right there, you can just twist and you'll start to hear a pop. You could even slide it across. Usually I just slide it across. There's 4 tabs on each corner has a lock, a tab that you need to break open. So there goes the first one. And what you could do is you could do a little bit of a twisting motion with the screwdriver like that. So that one's open. Slide it across. Twist, that one's open. Slide it down, twist. Every time you hit an area of resistance, just give it a twist and it'll pop open. Okay, almost all the way around. Okay. Okay, it is open. So that's pretty much almost perfect. So this is what the outer shell looks like. Here's the top half. Put that to the side. Pan this up a little bit. And then you have the book, which is inside, in a inner mylar sleeve on the inside. You just pop that out. There it goes. That would be back of the case. And then you have your CGC label that you can take out. So I'll be handing this in when I go to resubmit the book and get it signed. It's not guaranteed that it's going to come back this grade, but I like to hand it in so they could update the registry. So I'll be saving that. So that's actually the easy part. The hard part is getting the book out of this plastic mylar. So if you can see, this is actually sealed all the way around. It's probably heat pressed with a little bit of glue. And they don't leave much room, space along the edges to actually slice it open. So if you see the gap here, that's not how much space you have. If you look at the one under it, that's how much room you have to make your cut. So you need to be very precise when you do this. I actually learned a new trick. I used to slice open the top and then slice down the edge and slide the book out. I discovered a way recently to where I can get the book out with just slicing open the top. So let me show you that. So for this, like I said, it's very important to have a brand new X-Acto blade. Get you guys pan down. And because there's not that much space to cut, it's usually why I recommend a piece of glass instead of using a ruler, because once the ruler goes over the book, if it slips a little, I can't really see what's going on, to where if you had a piece of glass and used the edge of the glass as your straight guide for the razor, you could see the book through it and make sure nothing's going on. So this isn't the way I prefer to do it, but I don't have a piece of glass on me right now, but you can grab something out of a picture frame. It usually works the best. So basically you want to get as closest to the book as possible, but not too close that you accidentally cut the book. So like I said, if I had a piece of glass, I could see a lot easier. Also, this book, Detective 1000, is a thicker book, so it's a little bit more trickier to slice through. I might have to slice through the top and then flip it over and slice through the other side. So let me just get this lined up. I need to concentrate. Oh, actually, I forgot to tell you. Quick trick. So you have more space. Take the book inside the Mylar sleeve, give it a few bangs so that the book falls closer to the bottom, and you'll have a little bit more space up top. So. Okay, that should give you a little bit of extra room to cut. I'm gonna need my ruler here. I'll stand up for this so I can see. And what I do is I hold the ruler very, very tight. This way, this ruler doesn't accidentally slip out of my hand. So I'm kind of doing this by eye because I can't see through the book here. Okay, should be a good spot. Oh, it moved. This is why I recommend using glass. Okay, let's go for it. There. All right. Lots of firm pressure. Brand new blade. First slice, just score it nice and easy, and then each pass you can press a little bit harder and go through. Okay, just went through. Okay, we are through, and it looks good. I didn't hit the book, which is a good thing. get this out of the way. So, made my slice. And just need to finish cutting through this. Okay. Cut to this side. Just gotta get the little edge off. Okay. There we go. So we now have the top removed, and now we can slide the book out, and I'll show you a trick how to get it out so you don't have to cut the whole entire book all the way around. You always want to check the top, make sure there's no jagged edges before you slide the book out, because the last thing you want to do is slide the book out and scratch it all up. Especially this book, it's an all black cover. It'll show every single little defect, so I need to be super careful. So I'm just going to inspect the edges, see if I feel anything sharp. If I do, I'll make some extra cuts and smooth them out. So that feels pretty good. So the front is pretty good. A little spot right here at the back. Oh, that I went back for. So let me just clean this up real quick. Okay. Okay, that feels good. All right. Just gonna give it a little tap, make sure there's no loose pieces of plastic. And basically what you're going to do, it's an old card trick, is you're just basically going to tap the edge of the book and it should slide out a little bit, enough to where you can grab it. You can see I'm wearing gloves. I always recommend wearing gloves. Fingerprints on a book does count as a defect, so especially on a black cover. So that's why I wear gloves when I handle the books. So let me move this down just a drop, and I'm just going to bang the edge right here on the table, not hitting the book, but just enough to give it enough pressure so the book knocks out. I'll probably even do it with my finger, but let me do it on the edge of the table here. Oop. There we go. Came out really quick, actually. Okay, so now that the book is slid out, grab it from the top, and slide it out. There it goes. All right, and there's your book, all out of the case. You put this off to the side. Everything's looking good. So the next step is going to be to window the book, or even if you don't window it, anytime you're carrying books to a convention, I recommend getting full backs. They're very thick backing boards, as well as some Mylite 2s. They're very thick Mylar bags. Okay. So we got our book on the backing board. Grab my plastic bag. Not even on camera. Sorry, guys. This is what the that inside Mylar, inside the CGC case looks like. So basically we're going to window the book. And if you don't know what that is you want to plan out a spot for where the artist is going to sign the book. I know Jason Fabok usually signs right under Batman's legs on this book. So I'm going to create a window, which is basically an opening inside of this bag, so that he can sign the book and I could still have the book inside of the bag without people putting fingerprints all over it and the book getting messed up. This way the book is all protected with the backing board and the plastic bag, and you're just not handing somebody a raw book with no protection. So the first thing you want to do is pick out your spot. You can be wherever you want to put it, wherever you want the signature. So like I said, I'm going for here, and the first thing to do is tape out the window where you want to make the cuts. So I'll be making a frame out of tape. Get you back down here. Let's zoom in. Again, I apologize for the audio or the video. Like I said, it's late at night here, but I figure I might as well film this in case anybody wants to learn. Just using some masking tape, that's all I had. Usually I like to use a little bit of a thicker masking tape, but this is all I had. Okay. So basically what this is doing is it's forcing the artist to only be able to sign in this spot. He pretty much doesn't have a choice but to sign in this spot once you window out the book. So make sure you pick a good spot. Okay, one more to go. It's always good to know the artist signature that you're getting. You know, some artists sign a lot bigger than others. I personally know that Jason Fabok has a very large signature. He likes to take up the whole cover, so that's why I'm making a giant window. But some artists, it's where they only sign a little tiny signature or a few initials. You don't need a window this big. So that's what our window looks like, where the signature will go, but we still have this plastic. We need to cut the plastic out so he can be able to sign the book. So what you want to do is grab yourself a spare backing board and slide it down the front of the cover to protect the book. You could also take the book out of the bag. I do it this way, it just saves me time. Just be careful when you're making the cut, but if you have a sharp blade and it's a Mylar bag, it cuts very easy. You shouldn't have to put much pressure, so I do it this way. Basically what I'm doing. Sorry. Slide it down, protect the book. Get your X-Acto blade, nice and sharp. I could find my ruler. There we go. Here. Get your ruler. For this, you can use whatever ruler. And basically, you want to make your cuts. You don't want to cut directly on the tape or too close to the tape. You want to leave a little bit of space. This way, when you're sliding the book in and out, it's not catching on the tape. So I'm gonna cut about 1/8 of an inch within the tape. 2. It's 3. Okay, that's our 4th cut. Now take the plastic off. And that's the piece we just cut out. Okay, so now you can slide out your backing board that was protecting the book. All right. And now you'll see Jason Fabok has a spot, the sign on the actual book. This is now the actual book cover because we cut the plastic spot out of there. You can see with the reflection. There's no plastic there. You can now sign the book. I can now handle this book, or if I have to hand it off to somebody, such as CGC, the book is protected. I like to use extra wide fullbacks. These are for silver books, as well as the bags. They're for silver books because it gives me a lot of protection on the sides, especially during a bigger convention where a lot of people might be handling this book. So from here, basically we would bring this to the convention. From here, we would bring the book to the convention, hand it off to Jason Fabok. He can put his signature. CGC can witness it. And then from there, you would bring the book back to CGC's table. And you don't want to hand the book in like this because now the book can be damaged right here. So you want to bring extra bags with you. So I would have another bag handy. And the backing board is still good. There's nothing happened to the backing board. So before you submit the book to CGC and they take it from you, you would just want to swap out the bag. This way everything's protected and it's off to get graded, and hopefully it comes back a good grade. All right, guys, I got a lot more work to do to prepare for New York Comic Con. Starts tomorrow, so I'll be there pretty much all weekend. Hope you learned something from the video, and take care. See you later.